Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Kuro, and we're playing some more Genshin Impact on the PS5. We're going to be doing Arataki Itto's storyline event. So we're going to be doing his chapter, Taurus Incundus. So once we cleared that, we should be closer to getting back with the main story. I want to clear some of the story quests before we proceed with Fontaine. But we're going to speak with Catherine, and already there are some beetles battling out, so Itto's going to be showing up. We got a pretty electro
I'm afraid that I have
focus
another
team.
task that requires your assistance.
Maybe I should bring out
The guild
Kokomi.
has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required.
Just another day on the job for us.
Mm-hmm. Why can't the Tenro Commission resolve this on their own? Yeah, okay.
The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Itto.
Okay, we're trying to arrest Itto?
You mean those big, tough-looking...
That's correct.
Interesting.
This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things,
Okay.
and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves.
Wait,
But
is
it
he
doesn't end
actually
there.
bad?
When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a doshi,
Because he's a bit of a gang leader, but he doesn't seem like that bad of a Oni.
Guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of misunderstanding
I
here.
have complete confidence you will succeed.
Mm-hmm.
However, please exercise
He
caution.
holds a vision.
This Oni also happens to hold a vision,
Yep.
and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
He has a gang, but I have Paimon.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you.
We are still
Good idea.
investigating Arataki Itto's potential motives behind these incidents, but please ask around in the streets as well.
Right, we'll get on
Thank
with
you.
that.
I
So
will
we're just
await your
going to
return.
focus on
Ad Astra.
speaking to people.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets.
Right,
Hopefully
let's
we'll
talk
learn
to
a
people
little
on the
more about
street.
Arataki
So we're going to start off with this adventurer over here.
Arataki Itto? Yeah, and to be completely honest,
Okay.
I was a little surprised when I first heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you mean he already had a bad...
No, not
Not quite.
exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does.
Very
Big
loud and
brash
rambunctious.
So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy.
Larger than
But
life
on the other
kind of
hand,
guy, okay.
I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control.
Does he have a stable
I'm
job?
afraid that I'm not too sure myself.
I mean, he's a gang leader, so I guess he doesn't
I
really
keep
have a
pretty
job.
good eye on what's happening. When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang. If
Yeah,
I
he is
had to
often
guess,
like getting
his lack of income
people
finally
involved
drove him
in
to do
like
something
beetle
more
battle.
drastic to make ends meet.
So imagine that he is abducting people for the beetle battle.
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay, thanks.
Arataki Itto?
Okay, here's the second person we're going to talk to, the kimono shop owner.
How can you be so...
So
No,
yeah,
perhaps you
okay.
misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant
He's not
he lived-
smart enough.
Maybe a story will explain it better.
Okay.
So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide
With
and
kids
seek
on the
with
street?
the kids on the streets. Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart.
Right.
I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here.
So he's
He used to
been
lose all the
tricked a
time.
lot.
On purpose, though.
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!"
Yeah, no, that is totally Itto. I'm not gonna lie. Given all the events that I have been in with Itto, that is kind of what his character's
He
like.
did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so
Oh,
I
right,
was
okay.
pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before
It was
the
a little
kids
bit over
stopped
the top.
crying, And in fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes. And so I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
I can see what you mean. He doesn't cheat.
Doesn't
He
sound
plays
like
fairs
bad
and
guy at
squares.
all. In fact, he
fair and
kinda
square.
sounds like a man of integrity.
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
And he's a good sport.
Still, so I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up,
I think
big
there's
time, then he
a
should face the
misunderstanding.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep.
Arataki Itto.
Right, time to check in with the
Of course I know
Tenro
him.
Commission.
We've
Let's
been
see
trying to
what
apprehend him recently.
they have
We
to say
know
on
he's
him,
already
because
left in his
they're the
own
ones that
city,
want to
but with
capture
no
him.
clues to follow.
Catherine says that Arataki Itto
And,
hasn't
the
done
controller's
anything
running low on battery.
seriously bad before.
Great.
So it's Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
It's important to have
Otherwise,
some
we'd
evidence.
Never have put so many people on the case. For
Uh-huh.
starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity.
Right.
But for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean,
But
the
was
whole
it-
city could have
it could be a
recognized
different
it was-
Oni.
At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he
Uh-huh.
personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's
This
most
sounds
frustrating
intentional.
is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start.
Okay, this sounds...
Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is
bit-
plenty of evidence either way.
I don't know.
He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept
Oh,
down
he's
a
flat
real
broke.
job.
Okay.
Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him.
Taking
After
care of somebody in
scrounging
his
for a
gang.
living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would
Kuki
be an easier
Shinobu?
ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree.
Okay.
At the time, Arataki Itto put up quite a fight. It took
Oh,
a
okay.
huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end, we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
He does sound
Okay,
a little
he definitely does have a
unstable,
motive then.
just like people have been saying.
But in this case, it feels like...
If the two of
You
you,
guys
are
are
able
in
to
the
capture
wrong.
Arataki Itto, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Okay.
All the info.
Right, next up we're going to be checking in with Sango from the Daily Quest, the detective agency.
We'd like to ask some.
Oh, him again.
Yep, okay.
Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the
Uh-huh.
Tenryo Commission. I've heard all about your travels. After everything.
Well,
you've
okay,
been
they
through,
know a little bit too
I'm
much.
sure you understand
know a
the
lot
way
of
these sorts
information.
things work.
How much more are we talking about?
A one-off payment of
Yep, was-
397,000.
Okay,
more
that's
upfront,
highway robbery.
Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Itto is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Okay, that's expensive. A
Hold
little bit of
I
a rip-off,
wasn't
isn't it?
finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryo Commission. All
Right.
you'll need to pay is the small commission fee. And,
Okay.
as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Itto. So, from the way I see it,
I don't know.
you guys are getting a pretty nice deal.
I feel like we're being ripped off
Now
here.
then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman fairy
Oh, are we
tale.
going to get a cutscene? I think we're going to get a cutscene.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the blue Oni said to the crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
as planned, the crimson Oni chased the blue Oni away. The crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the crimson Oni went to tell the blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
Okay.
What about the little blue Oni?
I'm kind of curious about the little blue Oni as well. Will we
I
actually
suppose the
see the blue
simply
Oni
disappeared,
in
never to
Genshin in
be
the
seen
future?
again. Only the
Because I imagine that we would.
What? The blue Oni was just an innocent little kid.
It was such a sad story.
Of course
I
it
do
does.
agree. It is quite a sad
I
story.
wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Itto is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni.
Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni
Descendant
have
of the
sacrificed a
Crimson
lot in
Oni.
the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there
I want
are
to know
still
more
some
about the
volatile
red Oni.
personality traits in the Oni bloodline. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Itto has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
His Oni side?
Do that?
I don't think he
After the
would.
blue Oni's sacrifice? That would be such a betrayal.
It would be a very
That's
sad
a very
ending.
old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would
Long
be quite
since
a stretch
died
to say
out.
it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now. The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the
but we
reason
can
Arataki
enter
Itto chose
because
to
we're
flee.
like
Don't mention it.
the captain
I'm
of
just doing my
Swordfish too.
duty.
So we would have the
So I
authority
have a
to enter.
question. If Arataki Itto has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
I could only assume so, judging from his previous bouts.
I
He
feel
is
like there's a
skilled
lot of
fighter with
misunderstanding
a lot of
here.
brute strength. Whether or not you'll be able to handle him, that I do not know.
I reckon we can handle him.
What's up with people throwing beans at Oni? What use is that?
The
Yes.
tradition.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that Arataki Itto is allergic to beans.
Is he allergic to
In
beans or
fact,
is he? I don't
All
know.
Oni will avoid beans, but especially Itto. I heard that just touching a bean is enough to incapacitate him. If you
just
could
sounds
weaken
like
him
a wild
bit by triggering
rumor.
his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
Seems to be our only option.
Knowing our target's weakness will make things a whole lot easier.
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use
Okay,
them to
seems
make
a little
some
bit
porridge, but I think you will find a
Convenient
better
that you
use
have a
for
bag
them.
of beans.
Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Oh, just a money
That's
opportunity.
a
Okay.
thanks. Let's head to Yashiori Island and start looking for Itto. Wait, could that be him?
Right,
Is
we
that
found him.
Arataki Itto?
Arataki Itto.
Doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect.
Have we managed to catch him by
Let's
surprise?
charge beans, Detective-san. It'll save a lot of hassle.
Oh, okay.
Beans!
Yep, we got him. Okay, that's quite the reaction. Right.
Are you okay? What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd
I
be
didn't think he would cry.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. I've got it under control.
Wait, he's actually allergic to
It's all right.
beans?
I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it.
Oh, he's crying.
Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment.
Oh, okay. I think no. That's a very bad reaction. The voice actor is killing it though. I do like his English voice actor.
Woo, that's better.
Yeah, I thought you
Why'd
was
you have to be
probably
so
going to
mean,
start
huh?
swelling up.
Surprise
You couldn't
attacking me
breathe,
like that.
and then yeah, I don't know. You can never be too careful when dealing with a fugitive. Yeah,
Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in.
this is going to be a
How in the world did you
fun
find me all the way out
quest
here?
and storyline.
Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you.
Oh,
I
okay.
pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
Regular folks.
Big talk considering all the beans we have.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's right. Me, all by myself. Nobody else. As
Right, you're
boss of the
clearly
Arataki gang,
covering
I
for
gotta
somebody.
Nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
Yeah, why are you kidnapping people?
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings.
Wait.
And the
What do
extra
you
mora
mean?
means I can, give some to McGinn. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting
Okay.
everybody's time.
No way, mister!
I am a little bit
We've
confused.
accepted a commission to bring
I'm not
you
gonna.
back.
I'm not gonna lie.
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We'll say it to your face.
mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
All right, you're pushing the responsibility to me.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case,
Are we gonna fight?
Uncle
Time to
Ito!
fight. Oh,
Don't
Uncle
run
Ito.
now. Careful or you'll fall.
Mm-hmm.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come on, you promised.
A beetle fight. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a beetle that I like. So, just give Uncle Ito a little more time, okay?
Huh? Who are they? Are they your friends?
We're
Yeah.
not
that's
quite
right.
friends.
I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me.
all right. Now he's making things up.
It's because of a little thing called
Friendship.
prestige. Yeah, because of all
Prestige.
the prestige Uncle Ito has.
Okay. I don't think you have any
What are you
prestige.
talking about?
We just met.
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Okay. We'll leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good. You look like you're about to fall over.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Are they rock
Okay,
solid?
If you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Mm-hmm.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And
Granny
his name
Oni?
is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
Okay.
Right.
I'm very confused as to what's actually going
All
on.
that stuff that made them worry about you in the first place.
Yeah. Why did you do evil?
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come
we gonna have a
quietly.
duel?
You can take me back to Inazuma
We're seriously
City,
gonna have a
and
duel?
You won't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
You know, I can live with that.
Ooh, there is the kid to consider.
Either way, you won't
It's
escape.
on!
Yeah.
I like your style. All right, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with.
An
I've been looking
Oni
here for ages and
Kabuto.
haven't found myself a winner yet, so it's time to try somewhere else. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle.
Tying to a lot of the offense that he's in.
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right?
Yes.
Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. Let
Okay.
me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back.
Right. Yeah, I watch people play that.
It's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least
Okay, you have too much
800.
free time.
I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body. But it's
Okay,
not just about
so
all the
you're like an
physical
Oni
stuff.
expert.
Oh, no, your
But then
Oni
again, I don't
Kabuto's
think
gotta be in the
you've
right
actually
headspace
won
as
any
well. If it's
in
not
like
up for
any
a
of the
fighter,
events
doesn't have
that
the
we've
guts,
taken
then
part
it's
in.
game over. Boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts
And now it's
go
thundering.
to. I'll show you all you need
I
to
think
know.
the Raiden wishes to strike you
We're
down.
not the ones that will be playing. We're just here to keep an eye on you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anyway,
We're keeping
not a
you in
problem.
check.
You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you. And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. We have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
Yep,
Okay,
he's a little bit
let me
crazy.
see.
I think he's a little bit more crazy than expected.
There. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom moral we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
Right.
This is the one. This is the one.
Seems kind of small.
Yeah, it's on the smaller side, but size isn't everything in a beetle.
Size isn't everything. Okay.
Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick moves just ready to whip out when the right moment comes.
Okay, it just sounds a little bit crazy.
Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring.
Right.
It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover?
I don't know
Young
how
beetles
this
that have
actually
never fought before
applies,
always go
but
all out in their first fight. Older
Sure.
beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see. Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Oni Kabuto was spawned to be a champion.
spawned to be a champion. Okay.
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one! What do you think?
You found a super powerful legendary one. Wow, his face is like
It matches everything you said
gaping.
about a good fighter, beetle! But the one you guys found must be way
average.
bigger.
Oh, you got some experience catching beetles too, huh?
Nope. This is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Right.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle
It's
fighting
okay.
expert in
It's
no
okay,
time.
Itto.
I mean, not as good as me, but but still.
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna
Gotta
win
be quite
for
a hard
sure.
one.
Well,
But I think
you
this
know,
will be
that's
interesting.
just life, man. There are so many people in this world who are talented, passionate, but it's no guarantee that things will go their way. So many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that really sums it up nicely, actually. It's coincidence.
Coincidence.
As in pure luck? Huh.
You mean when, yeah, pure luck. No, that makes sense. Yeah, when everything comes
Let's not do
together
anything rash here.
and you
I
win
think
by
both
luck.
of these fine beetles have a shot at winning.
Uh-huh.
Let's just hang on to them. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Well, he is never down.
Finally!
So we
you're
return back to camp,
Can we
and
start
there's
our
going to
beetle
be a
fight?
battle
Yeah,
between
sure
the
thing,
two,
buddy. But you better watch out.
Itto and the little
Don't
boy.
worry.
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimbleness.
Oh, okay, that's certainly a size difference there.
Huh? When did you come up with that?
Come on, you can take him, little.
Yeah, this is not going to end well. Okay. Itto's just looking dumbfounded. Okay, what's gonna happen? Oh! Poor Itto!
No! My little
He's dead.
ninja!
Looks like I win again.
Dang it! Ugh, it's my seventh loss in a row.
7 lost in a row?
Stripey Ghost is invincible.
I won't
Stripey
forget
Ghost.
this. I'll beat you next time. I swear. All right.
Why are
Paimon,
you-
you're
you're
up.
being a little
Time to
bit-
give Crimson
okay.
Sight.
All right, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Okay,
Whoa.
yeah,
That
that
one
was.
looks old, but
Mhm.
it's still no.
You're gonna make the kid
All right,
cry.
little guy, use your...
Yeah. Okay.
Boy, did
That
that
was
one put up a
unexpected.
fight. I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
See? Oh, right.
Yeah, you're supposed to let the kid
Now
win.
with the This is for
But
you,
now you have like a
Daisuke.
super beetle.
Huh?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to
Oh
all your
man,
friends.
that's like a
But
super bug.
Of course we will. Trust me. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with...
Good. The kid doesn't
you're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you?
Yep.
I bet you're
Well,
here to
kind of.
capture Uncle Itto.
Kind of not.
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Itto didn't do anything wrong. And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life. He's not
He
a
saved
bad
your
guy.
life.
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? I'm, real loud.
Itto, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess. Thanks. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll explain everything.
Yeah, I'm interested in knowing what's going on.
I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions...
Well, I kind of gathered that it
wasn't
wasn't
me.
you.
I
You
have
just
my
don't
own
seem to be
reasons
the
for lying
person
about it.
behind it
I
all.
really
at all.
didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here. And the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Because he's trying to mislead other people.
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago.
Alright, more
Hold on a
backstory.
second. If you're talking about that fairy tale, we've...
Oh, so you
Yeah, we already
know.
heard it, but
Well,
is
that
it a
makes
different
things
story?
So, is this...
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson... But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth.
The Blue Oni actually
The
died.
Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans.
Right.
The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Okay, makes sense.
I thought you were two different species. So really, you're all one family?
More or less.
That's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong
You
to.
paint your horns.
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson
horns are
Oni
painted
always
on?
hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the
Like
Blue
the red
Oni
color.
kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with.
Okay.
If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all.
And they went to
Over
war and
drinks,
battle
they swore
or...
an
Okay.
oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions.
And what are the two conditions?
First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own
Right, so they're
honest
basically not gonna-
characters,
they're not
their
gonna allow
surging
themselves to be
tempers, and their
subjugated
awesome strength
and become
to
like-
win respect from the humans.
Slaves
In other words,
to
we were to carry on the Oni
humankind.
bloodline
Okay.
while also protecting our Oni pride.
Okay, I guess... Yep, makes sense.
After
Fair.
choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether.
They died out.
Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So
And you
you're
actually
saying
found
the
one.
real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
It must be. Otherwise, why would you get involved?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine. Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the blue Oni. I can't bring myself to accept it.
Right.
Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the blue Oni for the sacrifice they made.
So, are we actually going to meet a blue Oni in the storyline? Because that would be kind of cool.
Does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But I don't have any evidence.
And this is where we come in to help you.
That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you saved him, so he knows your story, right?
Is he the descendant of the blue
He was
Oni?
the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was
Ronin?
off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken.
Taken or
I'm in
kidnapped
this is to
or
help
killed?
this kid find his mom and dad again.
Okay. You shouldn't have lied to us in the
I
first
never wanted
place.
to tell you any of this. My
You
original
just-
plan was to
I
knock you both
yeah.
out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. I didn't want to get anyone else caught up in this mess. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma City, then I'm going to fight you with all I've got. But
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be much of a
believe me,
challenge.
Please, give me a little time. Once I find the blue Oni,
We'll work
I'll
together.
turn the both of us in.
Right, so you're going to turn yourself in. That... Yeah, okay, we'll help you.
Paimon too!
We'll help you and then we'll turn you in. For all the bounty.
Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
Yep. We're just
So-
going to survey you.
All right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start. These two fine folks, they're just out here in the pursuit of truth and justice, man. Yeah, we are gonna get along just great.
Ha,
Well,
okay.
I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so be ready for anything.
We've been warned.
Don't say that I didn't warn you.
Oh yeah, we're more
Don't
than
worry
aware.
about us. We're seasoned adventurers.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Sangonomiya's camp.
Okay. And I guess we're off to Sangonomiya's camp, but I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed the content so far. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. It really does help me out. If you haven't already done so, you can also hit the bell icon and turn on notifications. That way you'll get updates for when I upload my new videos. Or follow me on Twitter at KuroAkiGames. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/KuroAkiGames, where I occasionally stream my raw gameplay videos on there, or some content that isn't on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at KuroAkiGames, and I will see you guys soon.